The season continues. 4 more games. You guys back to your winning ways. Some thrilling victories last week at Lumberjack Arena. Friday at Sonoma State. More than just a big game. I mean, a team that you're tied with, the win, you can kind of get that all alone in that 8th and final spot in the C6A tournament. But it's a rival. It's a huge game for you guys on Friday.
Yeah. If we were to end the season today, we would be into the playoffs with the tie-breaking system as we understand. So we want to continue to stay above water and take care of business. And doing just that at Sonoma State will give us a 1-game lead plus a split with Sonoma State within this season, which gives us a pretty good chance going into the last 3 particular games.
I'm sure last week you had obviously getting wins, but you were obviously seeing some blowouts and nice and easy. But you guys fighting back to get to overtime and then rallying back on Saturday. What does that say about your team and their ability to fight back and come back and get the victory?
I'm not sure, which was more of a significant comeback, being down, with 24 seconds left, 5 points down with 24 seconds left in the game, or being down 11 points with 6 minutes to go. Both were miraculous comebacks. Both were definitely fan-pleasing entertainment in Lumberjack Arena. I'm very proud of my basketball team, how they stayed poised, had composure, and came up with some big plays. I felt like on Saturday night they waited around to turn it on. Probably not a real good trait, but in college athletics, if you can win a game, any way, any which way, and they figured out a way, and I'm proud of them for that.
Talk more about the Sonoma team that they came up here. They got a win. It was a close game, I remember, but so going into that matchup, Sonoma, I think they have a 3-game losing streak going through that matchup on Friday.
We jumped out, but they jumped out on an early lead against us at home, and then we climbed back and clawed back and got ourselves a significant lead, but couldn't hold on down the stretch. At that time, we were just finding ourselves as a basketball team. We were changing gears on what we were doing, and some of our combination of players weren't set quite yet. And I think this time we'll obviously feel better about ourselves and what we try to do offensively and defensively on the court. Going down to Sonoma State's no easy task, difficult place to play. They are on a 3-game losing streak. I'm sure they're angry and on edge and ready to compete for Friday night's basketball game.
I know it's 1 game at a time, but final road trip, Indiana at home next week. Still difficult opponents, but if you guys can take care of business this week, you got to like it, opportunity, knowing that you finish at home.
If we can win that Sonoma State game, it's a significant game. It gives us a little bit of a separation with Sonoma, and if we can go ahead and compete and do well at San Francisco State the next night, playing at home, we'll definitely look forward to. And it'll be a senior night. There'll be a lot going on. I'm sure we'll have a good fan base.
What do you see in this Lumberjacks team right now? We kind of talked about it before, fighting back, needing wins. I mean, you guys needed that last week, and huge to come up with victories. But what are you seeing out of this Jacks team, especially down the stretch?
I'm just so proud of where we've come from. We were at the bottom of the bottom. We were at the depths of the depths, and we fought back and showed a lot of character, I thought, this basketball team this year. Very proud of. We're in a position to be excited about what we're doing this season and have a chance to make the playoffs. And we all know college basketball, anything can happen in March. And certainly if we have momentum at the later part of the basketball season, which we've proven that we have, we've got some gel. We're feeling good about ourselves. We've got great camaraderie amongst the team. We can do some damage in March and see where things go. So I'm just proud that we're sitting here today talking about the fact that we have a really good shot for the playoffs.
As a basketball coach, the ability to hit free throws, especially in crunch time, always huge. And looking at the notes, Mr. Free Throw himself, perfect from the line, and obviously important to hit those free throws.
Our basketball team, I believe, is number 2 in the CC2A right now as far as free throw percentage, largely due to Austin Bryan. Not just that he's making his free throws, but he shoots a large volume of free throws, which camouflages some of his teammates' ineptness. So he has done a wonderful job at the free throw line, not just throughout the game, but certainly at crunch time.
So foul him, and he'll take care of the rest.
We try to get Austin Bryan the ball in isolation situations where he can drive and create fouls and ones, and he's done a nice job with that.
As a team, when the games are over, how much, I mean, you got to be paying attention to how other teams are doing, especially if it's Sonoma or other teams. You guys are fighting for that playoff spot.
We do. UC San Diego's lurking. I mean, they're in a position where if they were to lose a few more games, we might be able to surpass them, not only being 8th place, but 7th place, and give us maybe a matchup with the 2 seed in the CC2A tournament. But we also have to look just behind us. You've got Stanislaus on a roll now and only 1 game out. So they're pressuring us to stay ahead of them as well.
Got a question from JB here. He says, ask Kinder what he thinks his record needs to be in the final 4 games to get to the CC2A tournament.
I think we need to go 1 game at a time. There's such a parity in the CC2A right now that the complexion of the standings changes dramatically game by game, and so down the stretch it's hard to have a crystal ball and take a look at, do we need to win 3 out of 4 or 2 out of 4 or all 4? It's very difficult to say at this point.
I'd say it depends on the week on Friday. I mean,